So, I'm going to show you my top 5 loadouts on Sadako. These vary from playstyles, and hopefully one of these will be right for how you like to play. Okay, so starting off with my everyday favorite build runner, this build specializes around intelligent snowball slugging and getting condemned moris consistently. We are using Save the Best for Last, as this perk in current patch is actually busted. Like, I couldn't not bring this perk. It's that good. So since they nerfed survivors distance on hit and gave killers a 10% cooldown reduction on basic attacks, adding on a perk like Save the Best for Last just completely exacerbates this issue for survivor and he cannot get anywhere. Once caught out in a dead zone, it's basically an insta-down. For a stealth killer like Sadako, getting a jump on a survivor is very common, so when you're using Save the Best for Last and you hit survivor and they happen to be in a dead zone or they're badly positioned in the open, they cannot go anywhere, and I cannot stress this. Like, there's no distance gained. It's honestly mental. Next up is Discordance. We are using this as our info perk, and it tells us where to spread condemned. So every time this procs and we teleport to a Discordance gen, we are basically guaranteeing at least 2 stacks of condemned or more, and it also basically notifies us on which gens need to be stopped quickly so that they're not done too fast. Bamboozle is our third perk. This is a great perk, and if you don't bring it, you'll be sent to the Garden of Joy and forced to leap the god window 6 times, so make sure you bring it. For my final perk in this build, we are using Jolt. So now Jolt has had its cooldown removed, basically making it a much better perk, and it synergizes really well with how you play this build, which is being a slugging scumbag that survivors will hate you for, which happens to be really good for farming those minus reps. Our add-ons include ring drawing for healing and slug stacks, so without this add-on we wouldn't be able to spread condemned through healing or by slugging survivors. So when you slug a survivor with this add-on and they get picked up, that's 1 stack of condemned, and when you get healed after that, that's 2 stacks for that 1 survivor, so it's really important for the build. And in combination with that, we bring in newspaper. This basically makes it so we have mind game potential in chases. We can shut down chasers much quicker with this 1 add-on. For our second build, we are going to be using Thanatophobia, Sloppy Butcher, Save the Best for Last, and Jolt. The idea of this build is to take full advantage of the increased 90-second gens and to create immense gain delay for a slightly buffed banner to make those 90-second gens a full stacks take an extra 20.25 seconds, and to encourage them to heal to waste even more time with Sloppy Butcher, which is an extra 4 seconds per heal. Since we are using Sloppy and Fanna, the survivor is only going to be seeing red bars, which psychologically breaks them down over the course of the match and is just as important as slowing down those gens. The playstyle of this build is very similar to the one I usually play. It involves heavy calculated slugging with ring drawing. You got to keep up as many stacks of Fanna as possible with hit and run and teleporting around the map. And much like my main build, this is very easy for getting condemned moris, so if that's what you like to do, then consider this build. For our add-ons, we are using ring drawing and Raiko's Watch. Raiko's Watch is very similar to newspaper. It's great for chases, however it can only be used while demanifested, but it does last slightly longer than newspaper. It is a good add-on and it is definitely something worth trying out. For our third build, we are using something a little different, and it's definitely a little experimental. So it's important that I explain how it is played. It revolves around our add-on, that being Tape Editing Deck. This gives all survivors at the start of the game a tape. Now this is important because we are going to harass one of these unlucky survivors so they cannot deposit the tape. You see where I'm going with this? So, to do that, we bring Save the Best for Last, since the regular cooldown of a basic attack is long enough to put the tape into the TV. Now, I can assure you, there is nothing more soul-crushing than that. Next up is Deadlock, because it would give us enough game delay to stalk our victim, carrying the tape without losing too many generators. The last 2 perks are up to you. You can use either Banner, Brine, Bamboozle, or Play with Your Food. It's whatever you feel like, these perks will all work. Now, for the strategy, We have to make sure that they don't deposit the tape, obviously. We can teleport on their TV once identified to interrupt their animation, and from there you can break chase so that they gain passive condemned. These two steps are variable on their order, so one might happen before the other. But once they are condemned fully, this is where you go in for the kill. Now, they might have buddies or teammates that are trying to block you, so you can't kill them, but remember, you can phase through them while they manifested. If all went well, you just killed someone and only a single generator has popped. Congratulations, you just won the game. Now, this revolves around a purple add-on, but do not fret, for I am theorizing a plan to make this possible without add-ons. It's still in its early stages, but it may be possible to pull off consistently without a tape editing deck. And once I do figure this out and get a good plan for it, I'll make sure to share it. The fourth build is made for those gen kicking enjoyers. People who love to smash those gens and make survivors cry as they are hit with a 9th eruption. This is definitely the build that is probably the most meta. You could run this on anyone and do well with it. Having brutal and save the best for last is going to make you a monster in chase, especially with already increased pallet break speeds. I'd say this is probably the best build if you like being sweaty, playing like every other M1 killer and not too involved with the condemned mechanic. Alternatively, you could swap brutal for overcharge, but that's up to you. The add-ons are Raiko's Watch and Newspaper. These two in combination are best chasing add-ons. They make you very unpredictable and survivors have a hard time guessing which way you're going to go if you play with mind games. For our final build, we are using a classic build that many ran on the release, the good old make your choice and floods of rage combo. These two go together like peanut butter and chocolate. The synergy is lethal and it is complemented with brine and fearmonger. Fearmonger means survivors who run sprint burst, which is extremely common this patch now that Dead Hard is no longer viable, cannot escape too easily after a teleport or a stealthy approach, and brine is our premium gem aggression and information perk that will make survivors want to stop their gens regressing, which then re-procs Fearmonger, so it's like this synergy of, oh, the gen's regressing, touch the gen, 5 seconds of exhaustion and blindness. Repeat, repeat. It's the only build about save the best for last, so if that's not your jam, consider using this one. Our add-ons on this build will be Newspaper and Mirror. So Mirror is going to make Newspaper last longer, so you can really ramp up those mind games on a more difficult tile with this Mirror. Okay, that's going to do it for my top 5 loadouts on Sadako. If you enjoy any of these builds, do let me know. And if you have any other builds that you think are really good and I didn't mention, be sure to let me know because there are a lot of potential builds that you can utilize and I do want to try as many as I can. So thanks for watching and make sure to stick around because I've got more videos coming up.